In this video, we're going to be going over black and white photography. Howdy everyone. Since our January challenge in our free online magazine, which is learn.zoner.com, was about black and white photography, and more specifically, black and white minimalism, we decided to do a video about it to show you guys or give you some tips on when and possibly why you should convert your picture to black and white format. And we're going to do all this, of course, in Zoner Photo Studio X. So let's go take a look. So first, I'm going to explain why you should think about converting your photograph to black and white. Black and white photography can evoke strong emotions, feelings of nostalgia, mystery, sadness, as well as an emphasis on texture, lines, and contrast. Now, contrast is a really important asset in black and white photography. This includes the contrast between objects as well as color contrast. A mostly gray photo is going to look dull, flat, and simply uninteresting. Now, if you convert a photo to black and white, it's because you want to draw something out, maybe a high contrast, something like that, and you want to put a specific sort of tone or focus on a part of a photograph, and that's a good reason to convert it to black and white instead of just using, even if it's beautiful, a colored photograph. Now, I'm sure you've probably all heard of the advice of, I got this photo, I don't really know what to do with it, let's just convert it to black and white. Well, that's not really how it works. Now, like I said, you're going to want to use black and white photography to emphasize something. If you have a picture that's not interesting, simple, or dull, and doesn't have a clear subject or theme, and basically just contains nothing, you should probably just throw it away. Converting it to black and white is not going to turn it into a piece of art. But if you have a photo with good composition, light, and an interesting element or motif, and the colors are bland and don't really draw the eye to the right places, in this case, converting it to black and white can actually help. Now, this photo right here is a good example. It's a landscape photo in the fog, but it was taken when the beautiful fall colors were pretty much gone. Now, there's no snow, nothing's blooming, and our hemisphere is in this sort of limbo of it's not fall, it's not spring, it's not winter. So converting this photo to black and white actually can help save it because it's going to emphasize the sort of mystery, and the photo doesn't look so dull anymore. So which photos should you convert to black and white? Well, you can convert really any photo to black and white, but of course there are going to be genres that look much better. So let's go check those out and see where we could capitalize on using this format. Now let's start with landscapes. There's a simple rule of thumb for landscapes, which is why you shot the landscape this way. If you want to emphasize colorful plants or the beautiful golden colors of a sunset, you don't want to convert your photo to black and white. But if you want to highlight the lines, texture, or dark atmosphere of a photo, then convert it to black and white. Now you'll find a link about shooting black and white landscape photographs in the description below, and feel free to read up and see when and why using black and white can be really beneficial, especially for shooting landscapes. Another genre well suited for black and white is going to be your portraits. Black and white photos have more emotion, so they are very suitable for couples photography, glamour shots, or even boudoir. Use black and white photos to emphasize the natural contour of the human figure. Now, for some more inspiration, we put another link down below in the description that talks about low-key and high-key editing. Black and white is going to be very popular for portraits because it also helps emphasize facial features such as wrinkles on an older subject. Thanks to black and white photography, these photos get an element of mystery and drama, and there's just a story there. It makes the viewer think about everything that they might have lived through. Now, another close relative to portraits is going to be your photojournalistic or reportage style photographs. Both of these are very well suited for black and white photography. Now, whether it's photojournalism or street photography, the subject is going to be the most important. If you're shooting something like the color run, you probably don't want black and white photos because you'd lose the playful colorness that's the whole point of this event. But protest photos actually look very effective in black and white, and they put a greater emphasis on the emotions that surround such an event. The same goes for street photography. If you're trying to capture the extravagance of people on the street, it's best to probably keep the photos in color and bring out the colors even more. However, if you want to take photos of ordinary scenes or emotional scenarios like people on the fringes of society, black and white is going to be the obvious choice. So we're going to include another link below that's going to cover a little bit more about photojournalist or reportage style photography. And now we're going to take a look at one more genre that works really well with black and white, and that's going to be shooting architecture. Now, just like other genres, architecture looks very captivating in black and white if it's not focused on bringing out the color of the scene. Architecture is also related to lines, which black and white emphasizes much more, and especially if it's in minimalist architecture. The same goes for the interplay of light and shadows. Now that we know which photos are best suited for black and white, let's see how to do it in Zonar Photo Studio X. I'm going to open the photo that I want to convert to black and white in the Develop module. And the first setting I see in the right panel is Color Style. Let's click on black and white, and if we want, we can select a LUT that matches what's in the photo or another one that we've installed. By the way, if you're interested in 3D LUTs, check out this video, and it's also going to be included in the description below. But now back to editing. Now that I've converted my photo to black and white, I can jump down to exposure. Don't forget that contrast is crucial. Contrast is the emphasis of dark and light areas, but be careful not to overdo it. High contrast does not look good on all photos. Now you know why and how or when to select a black and white style image versus your regular colored style imaging. I hope this video was useful for you. Let us know what you think below. We love hearing from you, especially about new ideas you guys are interested in. Hope to see you in the next video. Give us a thumbs up. Don't forget that subscription, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.